Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, and you've tuned in for a live broadcast. I know it's been ages since I've done a live broadcast, but I am working on actually getting a dedicated studio outside of the classic studio you may know, to potentially doing more live broadcasts for everybody. For a few different reasons. I'm here to unbox live the iPhone 8 Plus, unlike the person on Twitter, the random person, who said, no, that's an iPhone 7 Plus. May look like an iPhone 7 Plus, but this is actually an iPhone 8 Plus right here. One that I picked up on my own. I would like to do that with more devices. I have no strategy per se, because devices can be expensive. So thank you again for your guidance, for your support. I guess I have a super chat option on YouTube now. I don't know how that works. I think you spend a couple dollars, like $5, $2 or whatever, and then your comment goes to the top or something. So that's cool. That may help get more devices that I may want to review for you and take a look at, specifically from a software perspective, which is my entire experience when it comes down to these devices. Unlike a lot of the other people who talk about tech, I tend to like the aspect of an experience, an overarching experience, not just the actual hardware itself. So unboxings can be exciting, but I definitely wanted to slather that on there. Later, I also have the Apple TV 4K to potentially unbox. If you want to see me do that, I would be happy to do that. Not as exciting, possibly, but I am looking forward to this upgrade. And then on Star Wars Radar, that YouTube channel we set up, we've got like 48,000 followers on Twitter, Star Wars fans, at Star Wars Radar. Links in the video description. This is a Stormtrooper executioner, or an executioner trooper from The Last Jedi. Very happy that Sideshow Collectibles sent this to me from, well, it's originally from Hot Toys, as you can see. Someone says they want to see me transfer Apple Watch settings to the new iPhone and back up your watch too. Well, that's not as interesting to me, and that's possibly a topic for another video. I actually do have a number of videos that I do want to work on for everybody over the coming week, just so you know. So you can expect, because engagement has been so amazing over the past few days, I want to do more for you. See, that's how it is. It's cyclical. You like the video, I want to do more. You comment, I want to do more. You do things when I do things, I want to do more. So that's how it works. And then I guess you have a notification bell that you can turn on when new videos go live. So here's the iPhone X. iPhone. I just made two boo-boos. Can you edit that out? I know this is live. Can that be edited out? The iPhone 8 unboxing. Then I'm going to be doing an iPhone 8 Plus features first impressions. That's going to be a separate video. Then iPhone 8 Plus versus iPhone 7 Plus, which I have here. An iOS 11 versus Android Oreo, a software showdown. Then answer the question, should you get an iPhone 8? Then I have a video titled One More Thing that I want to do. Then another video talking about what I feel Tim Cook is saying and doing. And then last, over the course of the next week, doing an iPhone 8 Plus first week review. Hoping to be able to answer questions all a while. Someone is asking for benchmarks. Sorry, there's a lot of comments coming in, so it's very difficult to tell. I'm not going to benchmark it. What's the point? Benchmarks are irrelevant. You can have a fast piece of junk if you want. I just took off the cellophane, in case you were wondering. Oh, sorry. Just accidentally turned off the screensaver. It's much more beautiful there, don't you think? Let's see if we get a box fart. Any box fart, box fart, box fart. Silent but deadly. Nothing here. Something here. Let's go ahead and see what we have. The smell test, you're asking? Smells like paper. Designed by Apple in California. So that's how you know it's legit. Oh, okay. So I'm not the first person to point this out, but it's true. What do we have, people? Can you see? This is where I'm assuming the stickers are and the directions are. Can you see, or is that too bright for everybody? Let's see if I can angle it just right. Can you see the top there? Look at that! They've been trying to acclimate us to this. You see that? Look at that! Look at that! Even the iPhone 8 Plus has one of those cutouts. A notch right there. They've been doing this for a while, I guess. Can you believe this? So wow. This is the future right here, designed by Apple in California. See, it's usable because you can pull things out. Did you see how I pulled it out? But see, on the iPhone 10, said it right that time, you don't need to pull anything out of the phone, right? All right, so let's go ahead and continue with the unboxing. We have welcome to iPhone. It's like a city. It's its own city here. With directions. I actually appreciate this. I also appreciate that I don't feel I've ever needed to use directions with an iPhone. The software has generally been intuitive. Some disclaimers saying you cannot do videos about Apple if you hate them. I don't hate Apple. I just don't happen to think they're going the same direction I am in relation to technology. I'm more disappointed in knowing that it's not the same Apple that I appreciated years ago. We got some Apple stickers, some decals. People use these. Can you believe that? I'm not one of those who uses these. I've collected these. They're not worth anything, but not like a stormtrooper executioner or an executioner trooper. All right, so let's go ahead and continue with the unboxing. We have right here a slab of glass and metal that quite honestly looks like just about every other slab out there, with the iconic round button there at the bottom, which I actually like. I like that we have something down here to hold on to, because there are times that I'll hold on to the phone like this without wanting to interact with it. Have you ever done that? You know, have you ever held on to the phone like top and bottom to watch something? Or are you always like this, right? I don't know. I mean, everyone's different, but I like this at the bottom. And I guess this is what nerds are calling them these days, a forehead and a chin. So count me a fan of a good chin. I like a good chin, yeah. Like right there, because I can hold on to it. I like, well, I'm taking a picture. Look, I can hold on to it. You know, I not like that, you know. I'm just saying, I don't always want my phone to be all screen. Always. I'm sure there are benefits, but you got a forehead, you got a chin, and a button. I'm happy. Like, I'm satisfied as far as I'm concerned. So, no, someone's talking about the Stormtrooper here. You keep Apple design away from my Stormtroopers. Thank you very much. Now, Eric Lim said, and I did catch this, have you made the switch to Android? Has anybody done the super chat thing? I'm trying to figure out how that works. Seriously, if someone does a super chat, that would be awesome. I'm serious. I've never tried it before. So here's the thing. People keep asking, Chris, if you hate it so much, if you've been slagging iOS for all of its problems, and believe me, it's got problems, as it has had problems since iOS 7. If you keep slagging Apple, you keep hating on Apple, why did you buy a new one? Why did you buy this? Seasonal? It's perfunctory? And I think, more than just that, because I could certainly break that cycle easily. I've been responding, if you've been watching how I've been responding in comments, objectivity. And I think that's what it boils down to for me. Even though this has been kind of a focal point for a lot of my productivity over the past 10 years, I feel that if I stop looking at an iPhone, doesn't mean I have to have all of them, because there are certain ones that I wouldn't want. I mean, I can't imagine any company out there that I'd want to buy everything that they made, outright. Unless, of course, and I know Lucasfilm, Disney, Star Wars. If it's Star Wars, I'm in. But if it's Apple, I'm like, I just want one Apple experience now. And I think that's kind of what it boils down to. And I do believe that the Apple Watch is best in class. I do. Because everything else out there that I've seen for smartwatches, no. But the thing about still using something, even though I may not enjoy it as much, is just maintaining that objectivity. And I think that, to me, only further underscores why you continue to listen to the things that I'm saying. You want me to be more objective. Now, it doesn't mean that, you may enjoy everything that I say, but I also have to push back when people say, I just wish your opinions weren't so negative. I'm like, dude, if you don't want negativity in your opinions, you don't want opinions. That's how opinions work. Oh, I see. Oh, that's easy. Cool. Pez did $1 in Canada. How much is that? Like 30 cents US? I'm not sure, but thank you. So it's easier to see the message that comes up. Okay, cool. Everything else just kind of gets flooded into the background. So I plan on maintaining objectivity in continuing to use an iOS device, whether or not I enjoy it, because you want me to be objective. Here we have the adapter, wildly underutilized piece of equipment here. It could be, because this phone supports fast charging, and in order to get a fast charger, you have to spend more money. In order to get an Apple-sanctioned fast charging apparatus and cable, it's going to cost you a lot more money. Which, if you're spending $1,000 on a phone, is probably a drop in the bucket, but it is something to be said. I happen to be a fan of inductive charging, Not wireless charging. It's not wireless. There's still a cable. Not to boil this down to a battle of semantics, but if you've been watching off and on, you know that I've got a Mophie charging case, which I like. They sent this a while ago, and it's inductive charging, and it's very nice. We use this here. Oh, Carlos Arujo. Hey, how you doing? Sorry, the colors grabbed my attention in the super chat. That's awesome. Yeah, there's your shout out. I guess that's how I'm going to do shout outs now. But with fast charging, the phone will charge faster. I would hope that the third-party solutions out there would be a little more affordable. Again, I plan on using this case on my iPhone 7 Plus, on my iPhone 8 Plus outright, because this is according to reports, even though there are slight differences in measurement between the iPhone 7 Plus and the iPhone 8 Plus, the iPhone 7 Plus case should work on it. So I have inductive charging, even though it does use a micro USB connector already, and extra battery to boot, and a battery pack that slaps on and then magnetizes to the back of the case. So I've been living with inductive charging on the iPhone for almost a year now. And it is a nice feature. Once you get used to it, you can't live without it. It's true. But I may not be using the inductive charging capabilities on the iPhone outright. John Prosser, who's a brother from another mother, says he's watching live. Fun fact, the glass back gets more expensive to replace than the display because Apple. Oh, it is more expensive to replace. Yikes. Let's go ahead and take that off. Oh, I guess we're going to go all the way around. I'll give it to this. I'll give it to you, everybody, whoever. The glass back, it does look nice. It's shiny. It's like my jet black that I never look at because of the case. Black, space gray, whatever they're calling it. A couple things to point out here, too, beyond what John just mentioned. And John just did a super chat. Fun fact. Oh, he gave the fun fact for everybody. Thank you, John. He agrees with me in terms of the direction that Apple's going. So I'm not the only one. But that's the thing is I appreciate the back and the aesthetic of the back. It's a very clean back, but most people put on cases or skins. What's the point of applauding what it looks like here when you never necessarily look at what's here? You may be looking at what's here and what's functional, or you cover it with a case. I understand a screen protector, and I also understand the value of a case. But it's just, I get it. But you know how many times I've ever looked at my jet black back on my iPhone? Like maybe once or twice. Once when I got it, and maybe the second time when I put it into a case and forgot about it. So I get it. But what's nice, and I appreciate this level of detail as I try to get the light to reflect just properly. You can see it just says iPhone. There's no other information on the back. Very clean. Apple had to go certainly to extensive links to put all of that in software. I appreciate that. That's very clean. I'm not a huge fan, believe it or not, of carrying on everybody's logo. Everybody's logo. If it's Star Wars, I'm in. Apple, okay, I get it. I like that it's on the back of the phone because I'm only going to be interfacing with this phone. But that is one detail to certainly point out on the iPhone 8 8 and 8 Plus as we continue to unbox. Okay, here comes a very controversial topic that I'm going to, again, probably upset some people. I'm not going to apologize for upsetting you because inevitably, just stick around. If I haven't upset you yet, we haven't met because that's just how it works. So we got headphones, earbuds. I don't like them. They hurt my ears. They always have. But on the back, we have the adapter because why? Well, here's another controversial topic. There's no headphone jack in the iPhone 8. I don't think Apple's going back on that one. But let me go ahead and just kind of take this invisible pin and go and burst your bubble. So let me get this straight. You may have a problem that Apple or other manufacturers have effectively eliminated the headphone jack, right? They made it such that you can't use headphones without plugging them into the lightning port, right? Or using Bluetooth. But here's the thing. They give you an adapter. They give you an attachment that will allow your headphone jack to be, the actual prong to be compatible. It'll allow your headphones to be compatible. So you understand where I'm going with this? Maybe not. Okay, let me go ahead and just go all the way with it. You're upset that Apple wouldn't allow you to use this attachment, or let's assume headphones. Let me grab some headphones just for a different visual here. You're upset that Apple won't let you use, not that I needed to go this far with a visual, but this attachment. So you're upset you can't use this. But they give you this to use with this. So you're upset, but there's no reason to be upset, because if you're annoyed by attachments, you're annoyed by attachments. You can attach the attachment to the attachment. They solved the problem, okay? So I get it. You're upset. This is an attachment right here. This is an attachment. They're both the same. You can plug the attachment into the attachment. Problem solved. Okay, it just agitates me how people get upset about something that has been fixed. And I get upset about things that I believe I should be able to be, upset about. Everyone has their own thing, first world problems, but I'm just saying, if you're annoyed by one attachment, the attachment that Apple gives you, well then why are you not also annoyed with the attachment? Samuel Passman also just super chatted. Is there a better way to say that? I don't know. Is it worth the upgrade from the 7 Plus just for the camera? Hi, Chris. I don't know yet. I will find out. That is one of the tests that I definitely want to run before doing too much, because that is the impetus for a lot of my device use. It is my primary camera. Oh, hey, Rocky. Rocky just did a super chat. Is it CA? Never really pronounced your last name out loud, but thank you, Chris, for the videos lately. I definitely agree that Apple has lost their attention to detail that they had under Steve Jobs. Upon this, we can agree. They also give you a lightning adapter that I know if it's not suitable for fast charging, you would need something special for that. Just FYI, but it does work. I mean, this is stuff that they give you. They didn't have to give you this. Not that I'm saying thank you, Apple, for giving us the basics, but they did, to their credit. And then we have this empty box, this empty shell, upon which or within sits the various accessories that I'll never use. Except for the lightning cable. I use these all the time. So that is about it. That is the unboxing. That's everything that I think I needed to say live here on the YouTubes. Thank you, everybody, for everything that you've been doing over the past week. You've really given me a lot of hope that I'm not just yelling into the ether anymore, which I kind of got tired of doing for a number of years because it just felt like no one was listening. So I appreciate that you are listening, that you're liking and sharing and commenting and engaging and encouraging and providing direction. It is very, very helpful to know that what it is I'm saying is actually landing somewhere. I hope to be able to better address comments in depth, trying to stay focused on one topic or another in the coming weeks, months, years. Given that you're very happy with my style. I'm not keen on editing video. It's not my thing. I like talking. I like talking in depth about topics. If you want something short, you can head over to Twitter. Of course, I'm active throughout social, as you very well know. Or at least I would assume that you knew. I'm not going to boot this up for the first time outright. Let's see here. Albin Musa says, what do you say about charging your phone while using the headphone wire? I'm glad you asked. What did I talk about earlier with what I've been using on the iPhone 7 right here? Now, even though this doesn't have a port for a headphone jack, they have inductive charging in the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus. You can now charge while you're listening to whatever you listen to with your dongles. So there you go. That's the solution. That's your solution. I mean, I know they make different adapters to do both at the same time, but there's your solution. Trust me, it's not that inductive charging is new. It isn't. It's not the idea. It's the implementation. And the fact that Apple is a driving force to pushing these new type of technologies out there, you're going to see a lot more inductive charging plates and capabilities everywhere. And that's awesome. You should be happy. Even if you're not an Apple fan or consider yourself an Apple fan or someone who buys Apple products, you should be happy because suddenly your environment becomes more useful. And so I appreciate that for what it is. Yeah, that's it. That's all I think I have to say about the unboxing. Not quite sure how the videos moving forward are going to be played out. I gave you an idea about what I would like to do over the next week. I do plan on watching the Google announcements. Believe it or not, I'm probably more excited about the upcoming Pixel than I am about the iPhone 8 Plus, which is an incremental improvement over the 7 Plus. I plan on doing a lot more look-sees at various flagship devices. I have to figure out how I'm going to afford everything. I can't get review units for everything. I don't have a strategy for that. We'll figure it out. We'll try to figure it out together. I still have chrispirillo.com running. It's a Patreon campaign that you can join. I've been publishing as much as I possibly can over there ever since the beginning, even if you dropped away. You know, it's still there, and it's a great way of supporting. The way you're supporting now is also fantastic. I don't mean to take that away from those who aren't Patreon supporters, but it does help. Maybe I will go and do this one. Should I do this one? Should I do a live unboxing separately of the Apple 4K TV? Maybe ask, the TV 4K, Apple TV 4K. Let me know right here if you can, and then I'll make a decision. Then may go live with another video. I gotta keep them separate though, because otherwise people go, nuts. I can't put everything in one. People are probably already going nuts. You could have done this in 3 minutes. You don't know me very well. Have we met? I don't think I can do anything like in that short a span of time. Interpolate, if you wish. I'm just saying. Bird203 just did a super chat at $2. Thank you very much for that. It was kind of fun to see. I never knew what that was, and this is kind of fun. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really do appreciate the support. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, should I do it like the classic way? Should I do the sign-off classic way? I could say, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. That was the classic way. But I like ending the video with something else, and that is, may the Force be with you.